Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. It's going to be an awesome game for you here today. And for some reason, I just feel really good today. I might actually be going out and playing some golf later, which I'm very excited about because I don't play golf all that much. But yeah, you know, hitting the ball around, having some fun should be awesome. And the weather is starting to look beautiful. A little bit chilly, but it's still technically winter, so winter for like today, and then tomorrow it's spring. So yeah, it's getting really close. Anyway, let's start introducing the players. Down the bottom left side of the map, it is Mr. True. He is 22 years of age from South Korea, does not currently play for a team, and doesn't look like he has any team history either, at least not on Wikipedia. So yeah, we can't say anything about that. His opponent, up the top right side of the map, it is going to be Mr. Zest. He is 22 years of age from South Korea, plays for the KT Rolster team. And I'm glad I don't have to say that too often because Rolster sounds like a very interesting word for my mouth to get wrapped around. So yeah, but it is True and Zest in this game, two of the easiest names I have ever seen. Whoops, I've been playing a lot of a game called Banished. I don't know if I've told you about it, but yeah, Banished is a really awesome game. It's like basically civilization building, but you can, you know, it's on an individual level. So you build individual buildings and you give people jobs, and it's really, I would highly recommend it if you like city building games where you have to balance economy and food and lumber and all that sort of crap. Definitely go check out Banished. It's really awesome. The reason I brought it up is because I use WASD to move the camera around in that game, so I just got used to it because I was playing it non-stop yesterday, and my fingers keep wanting to go to WASD, which of course screws up the production tab in Starcraft 2 because you use the arrow keys to move around a replay. So yeah. Anyway, looks like we've got a couple of links coming out, not doing a lot, just letting their presence be known and allowing True to go for that fast third base and push out a lot of workers early on. So he's definitely going for a hard worker push early on in this game. And just using these links to make sure that Zest is not planning anything. Of course, he does not know about the Stargate, which is over here. So got to get his big fat overlord butt all the way over to there to try and scout this out. The link's trying to figure out a way in. There is no way in, only through this narrow gap, and a cannon is there. So I mean, without speed, I don't know if they would all even reach the Stargate. I think they probably would, but the thing is, he doesn't know there's a Stargate there. And there could be a Stalker anywhere ready to shoot them down, or a Zealot or something like that. There we go. They go in a little bit further, get shot in the ass. Overlord is going around the backside, but I think it's too late. No? Hasn't been built up yet. The Overlord is going for the push. Well, where's my camera? Where's my camera? Alright, seen the Stargate. The Stargate is up. And yeah. Am I zoomed? Yeah, now I'm zoomed. I pressed the thingy-bob button and stopped being zoomed. Okay, so done. True, I don't think has got any gas yet. He's been going absolutely nuts on the workers. Currently 54 over 42. So Zest still doing quite a lot on the worker count. And yeah, vote play is going absolutely nuts, but man, True definitely needs these overlords up because this guy is going down. And spores, he needs the spores as well. And you've seen there's two Phoenix out there. You can probably guess that the third is up because the third has just been built. So yes, spores, you need your spores. He's not building them. I have no idea why, but it definitely seems like a mistake that he's not building those because, I mean, these guys, two of them can handle a queen, three of them can handle a queen and potentially kill it. So with no spores, it is going to be all sorts of bad news for Mr. True. I mean, the Phoenix just have to go for it. There we go, there's the 4 Phoenix, and now I think we're going to start seeing some queen death with 4 Phoenix on the field. And the only thing that could stop it is the spores, but there's 2 queens here, so this one looks a little bit better off. Going to be killing this overlord, although it doesn't really matter for True at the moment. He's got more than enough overlords. Queens moving out. Looks like he's got double queens at each base, which is going to hold off for a little while. Although with some proper micro, we can lift up both queens and then just attack all of the remaining Phoenix on the remaining Queen. So yeah, the Spore Crawlers really are a necessity, and they are finally going down. Could have done them a little bit earlier in my opinion, but yeah, I eventually got them down. The double Queen was, you know, it worked for a little while, I guess. So yeah, interesting stuff. And the Phoenix, where is, oh, he's moving it over. Great timing there by Zest, managing to get in there, killing 1, 2, 3 workers. Does take a fairly big chunk of Queen damage though, but did take advantage of that Spore Crawler being moved. And yeah, I assume he's been doing that with the other bases as well. Not quite. Yeah. So there we go. Income-wise, True has been going absolutely nuts, up to 78. Zest is on 53, which is still fairly decent, but I mean, up against 78, that's absolutely crazy. And what have we got going on? That's the question. So we got a Spire coming out from Mr. True, and it looks like he is going for Mutiling, and meanwhile Zest looks like he is going for straight up Colossus play, with potentially some Void Ray support. We do have a single Void Ray coming out. I don't know if he's going to build a lot of them or just a few, but they are going to be very good at destroying the Corruptors, which are inevitably going to come out to destroy the Colossus. When I say inevitably, I mean unless he decided to go for Vipers, which is definitely a possibility. Look at these Lings go, man. Let's select them and let's run with them. Are they going to try and breach here? That's interesting. I'm not sure. The Queens. Oh, the Queens. The Phoenix getting in there, and there are tons of Overlords for them to take out. But they're just going to be killing a couple of gas mining workers just for the hell of it. And yeah, these Queens moving right across the map. True, obviously realizing he doesn't really need this excess amount of Queens anymore, and is going to be pulling them across the map for some sort of offensive, which I'm really not sure about at all, because he's pulling a ton of Queens out. 8 Queens. I mean, I think this is a little bit too late for that kind of pressure, man. I mean, Queens, yeah, they can be surprisingly good at the start of the game if you manage to get them across the map, but I think it's just a little bit too late for that sort of stuff. I really do. The Corruptors are out. Oh, if he's timing it with the Corruptors, then maybe this is a different game. Because the Queens will be able to take out the Void Rays, and the Corruptors will be able to take out the Colossus, and the Lings will take out everything else. There's a decent Zealot presence here. It's not too bad, but of course, the Lings will be able to do a pretty good job on these guys as well. And there we go, Lings going nuts. The Zealot is still alive, and we're going to see the flank from the side, but Zest is very worried about those guys, and the Void Rays going nuts, but there is a ton of Corruptors here, and they're all being healed by the Queens. But there's so many Stalkers out on the map, he really needs to get his Lings over there, start taking out the Stalkers. Void Rays finally go down, the Colossus all go down in a matter of seconds, but the Ling population has been decimated. The Corruptors having to run, they destroy the Mothership Core, and then they get the hell out of there. We do have a bunch of Lings down there, a fairly decent army, but he does not want to run them into the Stalkers, and True actually banking up quite a bit. Not working on his macro while that battle was finished. Needs to be building a ton of stuff there. 11 Mutas is good. He could build another 12, but I'm not sure he's got the lava for it at the moment. I think he may have forgotten to do a lava spawn at some points in that battle. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look. Building mass Muta though against a very solid Stalker army is a little bit interesting. And if he starts going for a Colossus again, then it's going to be what? It's going to be very crazy. But yeah, because I think the Lings right now are going to be very good at destroying these guys. Yeah. I mean, there's not too much that can really bash up against Lings, although he can spawn up like 5 or 6 Zealots instantly, and then the game changes. But we'll have to see how this works, because yeah, it is straight up Stalkers at the moment. True is building a ton of Mutas, hoping that something's happened with them, although the Observer does spot the entire army. And yeah, look at this. Very nice pick up there from Zest, and it is going to be all sorts of pain when Mr. True finally does show up. I think he's seen the Stalkers, and he is going to be running the hell out of there. He's got a very decent army of Mutas, actually, and harassment potential is quite good. But yeah, I think sending a massive amount of lings in there to really knock the stalkers out is going to be the way to go here. And really, he's capped out at the moment, though. He's got max mutas, so we will see how it happens. Sending a ling in there, going to be scouting out the army. Sending another ling in, and sees a decent amount of forces down there. There we go. Sending the mutas in. The cannon goes down instantly, but the stalkers are very, very close. If Blink is up, then those mutas would be very, very screwed, but Blink has not been researched yet. Still coming, and yeah. Do we have, we don't have any Colossus, we just got Void Rays. So yeah, I think Lings are going to be the way to go against this army, and they're coming on in. They're killing a ton of Stalkers, and the Mutas helping out so much. Force Field's trying to shut the Lings down, and the Zealots are doing a pretty good job, but he's moving the Lings over to destroy the Stalkers, which is exactly where they need to be. Not quite enough Lings though, and the Stalkers have taken them all out eventually, but they did kill a ton of Stalkers, so I still think Lings, definitely the way to go. Is basically building mass Mutas though, which, I don't know. I mean, Mutas against Stalkers don't work out that well, but Lings against Stalkers work very well. And come on, he's losing a ton of Mutas here, an absolute ton. He's got a ton, but he's losing a ton here. Man, oh man, oh man. And he's having a lot of trouble getting out a clear path here. Killing a ton, but at the same time having a lot of trouble getting out a clear path. These Mutas, what the hell are you doing? That is not a good idea. Here we go. Attacking a fair amount of workers. That cannon as well being a pain in the ass, and the Stalkers continuing to just go nuts. And here we go, the Lings finally coming in. He's building 74 at this point, and this is really what I wanted to see. Lings going in, because of course the Stalkers by default will attack the Lings, because they are ground-based units. They always attack whatever's on the same level as them. And yeah, alright, so he needs to pull the Mutas out pretty quickly. And because he's starting to lose a decent amount of Mutas here. 33 he's lost so far. That's not a small amount. That's 3,300 gas that's gone down the shitter right there. And you do not want to chuck away that many units lightly, but it does look like he's taken out more than he's losing at this point. And we can have a look, he's 67 under 200. That number says it all right there. And True has taken the game away with some nice Muta pressure. And just the Lings, man. I think the Lings really, really sold it for me in this game. Because it is just mass Stalker with a bunch of Zealots. And the Zealots did... Oops, I'm pressing the wrong buttons again. And the Stalkers... And the Zealots did a pretty good job. I'll give them that. So I can understand why True maybe didn't want to just go balls to the wall Lings. Because the Zealots did a good job against the Lings. But Lings were definitely an integral part of this play against Zest, and he definitely got them out. And if anything, he should have got them out a little bit more, but that's fine. That's fine. He was having supply cap issues all over the place, so it's cool. And in the end, it still took out the game. So grats to Mr. True for an excellently won game, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.